We have breaking news and a major emergency unfolding in Christchurch, New Zealand. As we go to air right now, there are reports that at least 6 people have been shot at a mosque in the inner city suburb of Hagley Park. It's quite an affluent suburb, the Deans Avenue Mosque. Afternoon prayers were unfolding at the time. We believe between 300 and 500 people were inside that mosque when a gunman has opened fire. Reports that 6 people have been taken to hospital, and right now Christchurch Hospital overflowing with a number of people injured. Witnesses on the scene have heard that between 10 and 20 shots were fired inside that mosque. As we mentioned, it was full for afternoon prayers, and among those people inside the mosque at the time, the Bangladesh cricket team who was on tour of New Zealand. There are descriptions of the gunman who has walked into that mosque. We're told that he was wearing a helmet and glasses and a military-style jacket. He has opened the mosque and he has opened fire with 2 magazines. As a result, Christchurch, the entire city, is in lockdown. The order from police is that for people to stay in their homes. Schools are also in lockdown. There are also reports of perhaps a second incident that's unfolding at a second mosque. That's in the inner city suburb of Linwood. Police are at the scene at a second mosque right now, but we don't know what's going on there at the moment. Terribly troubling scenes, though, as you can imagine, unfolding outside the mosque in Deans Avenue at Hagley Park. People had gathered there, hundreds had gathered. It was full for afternoon prayers. The gunman opening fire inside. We have heard reports, 6 people taken to hospital, potentially 2 with serious injuries, but there are also many disturbing reports that there are an unconfirmed number of people dead. You can see pictures on your screen now. They are outside Christchurch Hospital. You can see paramedics, emergency crews unloading the injured there, walking inside that hospital there, trying to establish what exactly has gone wrong. It is an unfolding situation right now. The detail is still very, very sketchy. But witnesses are saying between 10 and 20 shots fired inside the Hagley Park Mosque on Deans Avenue, packed at the time with between 300 and 500 people gathered for afternoon prayers. The Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, had a busy afternoon of appointments. We are told that that has all been cancelled. She will speak very shortly to unravel more information about this. But the streets in that area in Hagley Park, quite an affluent suburb in the inner city area of Christchurch, in lockdown, and the order from police is really quite extraordinary right now. They have told everyone in Christchurch to stay inside. Schools in lockdown, and I guess they're trying to establish how many gunmen they're trying to deal with at the moment. That's also very mixed reports at the moment as well. We've heard reports that there was a man with a helmet, glasses and military-style jacket who opened fire, but there are also reports that perhaps there is a second gunman there. Nine's Ross Greenwood joins us in the studio. Ross, it is developing as we go to air right now. Yes. What further information have you been able to gather?
There's more information coming out as we speak. It clearly is an active shooter situation as we speak. There is obviously the first incident that's been reported inside the Al Noor Mosque at Hagley Park. That occurred at 1:40 p.m. Australian Eastern Summer Time. Al Noor is the main Christchurch mosque. New Zealand police say, look, it's a serious and evolving situation. The second incident you talk about at the nearby Linwood Central Christchurch, as a result of this, is now in complete lockdown. But what I can tell you from Radio New Zealand just a short time ago is that witnesses have told Radio New Zealand News they heard at least 20 shots at the mosque from what sounded like a semi-automatic firearm. There's obviously the footage we've seen of people being taken to the Christchurch Hospital, and clearly the earlier reports that there were 6 casualties seem to be significantly lower than what might be anticipated into the future. The other thing also is not only was that initial mosque, the Hagley Mosque that was targeted, but this other mosque, the Linwood Mosque, has had at least 300 people in there for afternoon prayers. And as I say, it's the second mosque, so there's 2 situations here. Now, whether it is the same gunman or secondary gunman, it is not known. But what is certainly known is the gunman from the first situation is on the loose, so has not been apprehended by authorities at this stage. Whether it's the same person who has gone to the second mosque is not known, but it is a very serious situation, and what I think can be anticipated right now is that the number of casualties from those earlier reports is only going to increase and not decrease.